Welcome to the Economic Preparation and Depression channel. Thank you for joining me for this brief Sunday edition, December 22nd, 2024. Please be sure to hit that like button or subscribe button on your way through. We're going to continue to be talking about the last fourth quarter of this year here and the economic concerns that many have, as well as the economic triumphs that many have. We averted a government shutdown for 2024. And also, private sector businesses did grow their payrolls last month in November. And so that's some positive news that we've experienced here in America and elsewhere. But right now, we're looking at Yahoo Finance. It says there's a 40% chance the Fed will pivot to hiking rates again next year. So we're not out of the woods yet. Just because they cut rates last week by 25 basis points, a move widely expected by me and others that they were going to do so. But now, if things get out of control, particularly this unemployment rate, if it gets out of control next year, or if inflation goes higher than expected, they've left the door open. The Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says he's left the door open for going back to hiking rates if things should not go according to plan. So there's a possibility that that's the case in 2025, specifically if we start spending a lot more money, expenditures on different things that may happen, or if there's a black swan event, it's possible for the rates to go up and for some of the stock market gains to go down after the first quarter of 2025. But we have to wait and see. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows for certain. But there's a 40% chance now that they could be hiking rates into next year. Now, it says here, while your paycheck may grow in 2025, even without a raise, okay, tax brackets are changing. The Social Security retirement age is rising. Certain Medicare premiums are going up. Healthcare premiums in general are going up. And another thing set to increase may be your paycheck. So even though your paycheck may go up some 2%, 1%, costs have gone up in terms of healthcare benefits and other benefits 5 to 8% per year. So therefore, those costs and those taxes have gone up are going to outpace your cost of living wage or your increase that you may experience in your paycheck. This is all according to the news channel here, Fox 40. This is what they say here. So we have to wait and see what happens here. But your paycheck is going to be on the rise because IRS tax provision updates can help cut back on bracket creep. You know, there's different tax brackets here. I think the highest tax bracket is 37% or something like that. So that's what's going to happen. Just an adjustment here. But even though your paycheck might grow in 2025, according to this report, financial experts say that it's important to remember that you aren't exactly receiving extra funds. It's exactly what I just mentioned to you a minute ago. They are intended to offset inflation. But the problem is that wages haven't kept pace with inflation the last 45 years. It has not kept pace with inflation since that. And so last week, the Federal Reserve indicated they would likely cut rates gradually in 2024 and 5. Now it's looking at even leaving rates unchanged or steady. Inflation pressures and that President Donald Trump can fuel inflation with spending measures. So now we're looking at a situation where gold and silver prices, the 24 karat gold rate falls 1.4% this week amid strong U.S. dollar and Fed's hawkish stance. So gold and silver had been on the rise the past 3 months from September on into November. It was going up above $2,700 for gold, and silver was up above $30, and everything was great for those gold and silver bugs and crypto bugs as well. But now gold rate is falling, dollar rate is going up stronger as more countries try to align themselves in the midst of BRICS countries here as they try to wean themselves off the dollar. But that's not happening anytime soon. And so we have gold now continuing to fall, as well as what we have with silver as well. And so that's why I say I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial planner, but I say don't make all of your portfolio gold and silver, just because of the simple fact that it's volatile and it's not going to increase as much as people think. You know, some people think it's going to go up by all these amounts. It would not have, because during 2008 was a perfect example. It should have gone up triple, and it did not do that. And it definitely did not do that during the Great Depression. Gold and silver prices should have went off the chain. It did not do that. So that's the precedent we have set there that shows that, yes, it's going to be a slight rise, but not as rise as many people anticipated if they say, it's going to be that way. You have some people in the camp that says, oh, the prices are manipulated and it's not going to go that way. Well, if that's true, then it should have broken out a long time ago at 2008 or the Great Depression or the savings and loan crisis of the 80s and 90s. It should have broken out tremendously, gold and silver prices, but it did not. They only went up with little steady gains, nothing substantial. So that defeats that argument. Now, crypto may go up too, but remember, crypto is more volatile. It can be 90K one year, next year it'd be 20K. So things like that really make you say, scratch your head. The dollar is still king. It's still going to be going up. It's still strong, even though its purchasing power is going to be next to nothing in the next 2 years, and that's going to be the big problem. Yes, everybody in the world has dollars, and the dollars buys more. With parity across the baskets of goods around the world. Unfortunately, the problem is that the dollar, it's still strong, but it's not as strong as people think, because it's just taking more dollars to get less goods and services, and that's going to be the problem that America and Europe and other countries are going to be facing here, G20 or G8 countries, as we get further into 2025. So this is a brief recap today of what happens. We look forward to this coming week here to close out 2024 here in Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Happy all of that to everyone that's going to be celebrating any events that's coming up in this last week or full week of 2024. God bless, and I'll talk to you very soon, later on this week or possibly into the new year. Thank you for listening. God bless.